could do the pledge and.
You want to start? Okay, so seeing quorum, the chair opens up the Mashpee Planning Board meeting of Wednesday, August 2nd, 2017, 7 p.m. here at Mashpee Town Hall, 16 Great Neck Road North, Mashpee, Massachusetts. I'd like to welcome everybody here today. If you haven't, I'm just letting everybody know that we're being videographed and recorded, and if you have any comment for the board, please use the microphone, state your name and your comment. I'd like to invite everybody to rise and join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we'll review the minutes of July 5th in a few minutes. New business, October town meeting zoning bylaw. We have a packet. It's a memo to Tom, to myself, and to Maria from Terry Cook, the administrative assistant. Is this Maria, is this the, is this memo from the town administrator's office?
Yes.
Okay. So Terry Cook is the administrative assistant in the town administrator's office. Okay. All right. So,
Nationwide search.
huh? For the October town meeting, zoning bylaw, petition articles, planning board articles. So here we go. They're giving us the whole packet. So the first one was submitted by us, and that's about extending the expiration or the life of certain permits in town. I think it's building permits and special permits.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next one, oh, it's about the motorhomes.
The next one's about the motorhome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to take a vote on these or wait till more?
No, I think we have a public hearing,
Oh,
and then we vote, right? Because we've already recommended that they go on the warrant, but we haven't had a public hearing, and then after the public hearing, we'd make a I believe, at that
well,
point,
they have to be in by September? I mean.
they have to be in now.
Yeah.
But I think we have our public hearings in September. We must have them in September, because the meeting is in October.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be too late, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then the next one is about the motel.
Yeah, right.
Next one is car washing, it's us. These are all us. The next one is about that lot coverage for cluster subdivisions. Remember? We increased that from 20% to 25% allowed. Oh, they're all planning board.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we have another one about the car wash, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Which one's submitted by petition? Oh, it's still a zoning, okay. The one about the lot coverage is by petition. Okay. So Maria, you might want to make sure that Tom has a date for the public hearings on these. So we have to have a public hearing on any proposed zoning bylaw, and I think it has to have a 2-week
No,
notice in the newspaper.
Okay.
So we just want to make sure that, and it has to be before town meeting, has to be publicized for 2 weeks, you know, so, when is Tom back?
August 28th.
Okay. That's pretty tight, but we'll figure that out. I might call you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, will do. I'll make sure that gets advertised correctly.
Okay.
All right. Okay, then we have, minutes. We now have copies of minutes, right?
Yep. You got one there, Jen.
Is that an extra copy? I don't know if I,
Oh,
yeah. So this was July 5th. I like how you scripted my
yeah.
verbatim. That was
I
clever.
think you said you were reading it into the record, so I
Thank you.
went with verbatim.
Well, because it came over my phone as a text, and I was like, oh, that's not really something that Tom can then track. Okay, so does anybody have any comments or amendments?
Make a motion to accept the minutes of July 5th as written.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have a bill from Charlie for $390 for services for the month of July, attendance at one regular meeting, and inspections at Quashnet Country Club Estates and New Seabury Cottages. So it's $390 in total.
I make a motion we pay Charlie $390 for services rendered.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. The Greenway, so I don't have, I do have a chairman's report. I attended the, the Route 28, Eastern Mashpee, Route 130 to Orchard Road, yep. It was a public listening session on Wednesday, July 26th. The flyer is in your packet. It was really good. It was well done by the Cape Cod Commission. And there was a lot of people that live at Cotuit Meadows, and they're newer residents. So remember that their homes are in Barnstable,
But their driveway's in Mashpee,
but
right?
their driveway, and, that goes to you, Maria. The driveway is in Mashpee. So any improvement to that area would be borne by Mashpee residents. So it was kind of interesting. But they really wanted a light there.
Where, at that driveway?
Yeah. Also, there was a lot of talk about Sampson's Mill Road
Yep.
and how difficult that is to get in and out,
Yeah.
and the Cape Cod Commission, they were listening. And also, how many curb cuts there are,
It's too many.
and how
Yeah.
maybe there could be something done to combine them. You know how like in some, I don't think we can do that
Yeah, they
here.
make a street along the
Yeah.
edge, you know, you come
The
up
business
with it, yeah.
access, or route traffic down a street that goes into a bigger complex that's all interconnected.
Only thing I don't understand, no matter what they do, it's still only a two-lane highway. They
Yeah.
can fix that, you just go up the street, and you're gonna block bottleneck, and it's gonna back up. Nothing they do is gonna help, you know, unless they made it 4 lanes, 2 on
Right.
this side, 2, or make a lot of right turn,
Or
you know,
like
open up
basically
so
3 lanes.
the traffic can flow.
Yep.
And turns, you know,
Get past Route 130 intersection, you know, where the light is, you're back to Lynn Road.
yeah, you know, it's like, don't make no sense.
And that's a hard piece of Route 28 because there's all residential streets and driveways into people's homes, yeah.
On that too, yeah.
On that piece in Barnstable. Anyway, the next meeting is on September 27th.
Oh, I'd like to go to that one.
The July 26th meeting was surprisingly well-attended.
Yeah,
There
I
was
was-
like 50 people there. I was really amazed on a summer night. Yeah, I was, about traffic, I mean, I was amazed. So I was so pleased to see people there. I think a lot of the people were Barnstable residents. So it'd be great if we all went on September 27th and make sure that Mashpee is
No.
well represented.
So with the light is on 130 and 28, that's Barnstable or that Mashpee?
130 and 28, that's Barnstable.
Oh.
You're out of Mashpee at that point.
So Mashpee starts then with Stratford Pond? Because that's Mashpee.
Yeah, it starts right there.
And then, okay.
That's-
And then how does it get, where's it go across the street? Because like, Batello's is in Mashpee.
Yeah, I
And
forget
then,
when it
you know,
changes.
that development across the street, and that's
It's
Boston.
not.
Well, across the street, it used to be a Jewish thing, didn't it? And then it was a VFW,
Yeah,
and that's right at the Mashpee line.
Yeah. And I always wondered
That's
that,
where
like
the sign
Batello's
is.
and
Yeah.
the Mashpee and, the the donut place. Is the barn, that Barnstable?
I don't, yes, I think the barn is in
So the
Barnstable.
ice cream place is in Barnstable?
I,
I thought the
I
pole,
don't know.
Looks like the town line is Route 130.
oh,
Comes down 130 and then goes along Route 28.
but where that development is, that was, that's in Barnstable though. And our driveway's in Mashpee, I remember.
the driveway's in Mashpee and the homes are in Barnstable, and that
I always
was.
wondered though how, where's it caught? Does
Yeah.
it make a solid thing, or is it like, it's like a little pocket sticking out of it?
Dennis, the line follows from, what is it, Noisy Hole Road?
Yeah,
Comes out Noisy Hole Road, runs along Route 28, cuts across the highway to the other side of Route 28, and then before you get down to where the river is, it jogs to the south of it and then goes to the river itself.
okay.
Must have been somebody's property was there, so
The
they.
tunnels and everything clearly is in Mashpee.
Yeah.
They talked about using Noisy Hole Roll as some type of access to the rest of the town. I guess that
That
road
goes all
is,
the way to the town hall or somewhere.
but I guess
you know,
it's,
or meeting house.
you don't, you can't drive on it?
You go so
Not
far.
developed? Okay,
Years ago, I mean, you could, there was like actually a road,
right,
but it was, now it's,
Huge amount of reconstruction to do that.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I know, and who's gonna pay for this, the state?
Well, it goes on the tip. It goes on that state list,
Yeah.
but the town has to contribute a certain percentage. I don't know what that is. But, yeah, if you're interested in seeing the presentation of alternatives, they took everybody's comment. And if you're interested to see what they're, after digesting all those suggestions.
What about the poor gas station, that's Sunoco gas, that guy, because they're gonna put the road right beside his building, on the other side of the little river that goes through there, to turn. So that guy, how you get to the gas station?
Right, so let me just announce it really clearly for the public. It's Wednesday, September 27th, 6 PM, Mashpee Public Library. They're going to continue, they're going to present alternatives based on their public listening session in July for the Route 28 Eastern Mashpee, Route 130 to Orchard Road corridor study. So they do these studies, and then they get on then the Cape Cod Commission will put them on the tip list for the state to redesign, and so, that was my report. Status of the Greenway project, so tomorrow, Charlie and David Koharian are gonna meet with Catherine Laurent, and I think representatives from Ty and Bond? Okay, just Catherine Laurent. We have a report that I've handed out to the planning board members from Ty and Bond on the existing conditions and alternative analysis for the Quashnet River Path and Footbridge. So we'll let Charlie and David meet with Catherine, and then you can report back to us at the next meeting.
That was good.
Design Review Committee, any report?
Yes, I do have something. Yeah, we had we finally had a meeting.
Do you have a quorum?
Yes, we've got 2 new members. The selectmen, we presented, we accepted 2 people, and they went to the selectmen. And one of them is Joshua Spencer of Landscape Architects.
Oh, good.
And the other person is, I'm going to get this correct now, is Miles Bernadette Peters. And she graduated from Portland State University with a BS in architecture
So that's what they need, good.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
and a minor in Indigenous Nation Studies.
Oh, wow.
We had our first meeting yesterday, and she wasn't available, but Joshua was. So,
There's hope there then.
There's hope for design review. A landscape architect and an architect, that's
Yeah,
great.
That's what they need on them though.
Yeah.
yeah, we were breathing a little bit. So, and then the meeting was on a new building at 735 Falmouth Road. And it's a request for a new building, and there are some little minor things, but hopefully it moves forward, and it looks like a nice job. The only problem I see with it is it's a big thing that the town has, which is, I find very unusual, is we don't allow parking in the front of the building in industrial buildings.
Yeah, right.
But the building right next door, the lot next door, has parking in the front of it. So we'll see what happens if Tom were here. Tom is on plan review, which is the next meeting, and even though we may accept the plan or the design, plan review a lot of times doesn't like it. But we'll see what happens with that. I mean, it's business coming into town. I don't think, I hate to throw business away.
No, yeah.
As long as it's good landscaping. Do you know what I mean?
I thought we had that premier, I don't know, their premier Jaguar, and premier Honda, and
That's right.
premier this and premier that Joe,
Right, because he was selling the cars.
yeah,
So I think that's why everybody was like, that's okay, because he went,
Yeah, but they
needs to
put some
display
up
his
front of
cars
the
for
camera.
sale.
yeah, he had a beautiful building, but there was parking in the front.
Yeah,
Well, design review accepted
Yeah.
everything, because his building, that it was a body shop,
right.
looks just like his buildings, like if he was gonna sell Jaguars or
Yeah.
Hondas or whatever. This beautiful glass building, and so he left town.
Oh,
He went to Hyannis. And it's funny, I met him there. Like 2 weeks later, my neighbor across the street was buying a new car. She wanted me to go with her. And I walk in, and there he is.
yeah. So,
So-
so that was yesterday?
Yeah, so that was yesterday, and hopefully, it's going to be a contractor's building. And he's going to be in there, the owner, and hopefully rent out this
The bays,
5 other
yep.
bays, yeah.
All right. I have no update on Community Preservation Committee, Environmental Oversight Committee.
Yeah, we had our meeting on the 12th of July. The first part of business was the garden status, the Mashpee Gardens, and they're not doing well, and there were some talk about making the
Pickleball courts.
Yeah.
And, well, Mike Talbot, he's going to see if he can resurrect. He feels all the, and I think he's right, all the other towns on the Cape have gardens, and, they seem to be flourishing, and he came from Boston, and I did too, and
I did
do you
too.
remember the
Seen it
gardens?
too.
Remember that they always had big
Yeah,
gardens?
Victory Gardens.
Yeah, Victory Gardens.
I worked on them in high school. That
Yeah.
got out of class to go away. They were still running.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a garden in the Victory Gardens,
They did,
in
yeah.
the Fenway.
We did with
It's the oldest Victory Gardens
yeah,
in
Yeah.
the country.
during the war.
So he wants to kind of get that going again.
So the garden in the front is done by the Conservation Commission. So when you go to that site, that first big spot of vegetation, that was planted. It's native plants, I don't know if it's a butterfly garden or what, but that's by the Conservation Commission. So Drew knows about that. I used to have a plot in the community gardens there, and I got fired because I let my weeds get out of control. But it's a very hot site.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's a super hot site, and the soil is terrible.
So maybe,
And the lots are really tiny, so by the, it's so, but.
there may be a reason.
It needs, it could be improved, you know, but, I'd love to talk to, you guys about my suggestions, because I used to be an avid Victory gardener, and there are people that are trying to, kind of resurrect that, the Victory Gardens right
Yeah, well, I'll
now.
mention something to Mike.
Yeah, no, I'd love to come in and tell, I mean, I had it for 2 summers. And then I gave up because it wasn't producing anything, and I let the weeds take it over, and I got an official letter from the town saying I had lost my plot. And see, I didn't keep the letter, and now I regret it. I was like, this is so funny, I should keep it. Oh, I'll never have to prove this happened. And it was unsigned, it was just the garden plot committee fired me. I don't know who it was. I'm sure it's scanned in some file
It's a
somewhere.
scarecrow now.
And then Mashpee nutrient control bylaw, it's at the state attorney's office.
Okay.
Shellfish propagation, they figure it's about 90% done. Planning for sewers, there was no update.
What happened to the plastic bag bylaw?
The what?
Didn't we pass a plastic
Yes,
bag
yeah.
bylaw?
Yeah, that's all passed. I don't know when that takes effect,
Oh, okay. All right,
but I think some of the stores are cutting back.
You know,
okay.
they give you these brown bags now, and they've picked
Yeah.
something up and they rip it. It's like, oh.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta-
The handles go, yeah.
Or even the bags, they don't even have the handle.
Right.
It was Roach Brothers or Stop and
Yeah.
Shop, you know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, my wife goes to both, and I noticed that. The interactive trail mapping update, they're doing a Johns Pond video.
No,
And the herring count, the herring ladder improvement, they're gonna be 49,000 for the Johns Pond fish ladder. And there's still a lot of damage being done with on the conservation land, dumping at Great Hill, Holland Mill.
That's too bad.
The Dinah Lund Memorial at Johns Park, it will be August 19th.
Oh, what is that?
There's a memorial at Johns Pond Park for Diana Lund,
Oh, okay.
and that'll be August 19th
Oh, okay.
at 1 o'clock. And
It's your neighborhood.
on the stormwater management, Sampson's Mill, the culvert was replaced.
no.
So,
Busy.
you were going all the time.
Historic District Commission.
Well, I saw Brian, he said we're gonna have a meeting soon about that pickleball court,
Oh,
because that's in a historical district, and
Oh.
I don't think they want it there, you know.
Oh.
But I said, you know, email me to let me know, and I saw him last week, so I haven't had a meeting yet, but there's one coming.
There was some talk at the Community Preservation Committee about just having it on the recreation land that we have
Yeah.
on Ashumet Road and,
It's already there, yeah.
right. So maybe that's what will happen. MMR,
New meeting.
and David's not here. Cape Cod Commission. Just with respect to the Cape Cod Commission, I know I've said it a couple of times, but, you know, they're working on the regional policy plan, the update of the regional policy plan, so, we should kind of have it in our mind to spend some time on that and go to those meetings. about that, because that really drives, that will really impact like Mashpee Commons, so we should kind of. All right, so I don't have any other matters. The correspondence is listed. Does anybody else have any matter?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Good job, everybody. It wasn't our short.